Hi guys! I'm sorry, it's itchy. And it's not because they're dirty, just it's itchy, whatever. So, yesterday, I was watching a few videos online, and there's one that struck me as, I don't know, I felt like I needed to watch that video. So I did. It's about surrogacy. And it is a surrogate that does a video, a vlog on the mean comments that she gets. And there's a few that really are pretty mean. Something that she's prostituting herself for other couples who do not deserve to have a baby. It is a natural way of this world to control the amount of people that gets in this world. And I was like, poor woman. And I felt so sad in a way because out there's so many people judging without even understanding it before judging. You should understand that we're humans and we're struggling with a medical issue. It's not like, oh, we wanted to deal with this. It's not like someone who has, I don't know, someone with another medical issue. Would you tell them not to seek help? Of course not. Someone who has depression, someone who has, I don't know, like me, I have chronic pains. Would you tell me not to seek help to have a better life? No, of course not. You wouldn't. Because if you be in my place, you would seek some help. Like when you have a little cough or something, you go at the doctor and ask for help when you have a little problem, or when you feel like you're having a heart attack or whatever. You feel like you need some medical assistance. And that's what we're doing. It's not as if like it's a natural way of controlling the amount of people in this world. It doesn't make sense. Like, it is a medical issue and we're seeking some medical help. So I felt so bad for this lady because I know out there we get some insensitive comments, but those comments are more than just insensitive. They're mean, they're hurtful, like they're meant to hurt. And sometimes we as infertile couples, we get some comments that are pretty insensitive, but we know that they're just being ignorant and they don't know what they're talking about, and they have good intentions when they're saying that. But those trolls are just out there and being mean and judging her for no reasons. And there's another thing that I saw, and it's on Google. It's a lady, because sometimes I like to read online where the world is at, and at this junction in their life where so many people out there are able to understand that it's not okay to have this subject taboo, and that it is a medical issue, that we need to talk about it. And there's still like 75% of the people, the majority of it, do not want to hear anything about it because they consider it like a selfishness because we don't want to adopt. And there's so much to adoption, and I've said it so many times in my videos that it's not just adopt. It's not an easy fix. It's a long journey too, and sometimes it gets very expensive, and it's not for everyone. Like me, I can't adopt, and it's not because I don't want to. And even if I didn't want to, it's not for you to decide. It's not you going through that. And usually when people say just adopt, they have their own biological kids. So they don't have to decide whether or not they should adopt. And for me, whenever someone tells me like just adopt, I feel like, well, why don't you just adopt? Why is it for me to just adopt? Why don't you adopt? Well, no. If it is selfish for me to not consider adoption, then it is selfish for you to not consider adoption. It's not only infertility couples that need to consider adoption. Like, it's not fair to put that weight on our shoulders. And it's not for everyone. Even if we didn't want to, it's not even anyone's business. It's my business with my DH, and it's for us to decide what we're comfortable with and what we can afford and what we're willing to go through. And that is not for some stranger to tell someone to choose this way when they have no clue how it is to go that way. for that option. Every option that we have to face is hard because we have to grieve something and then go on to something else, and then grieve that process and then go on to something else. And like, we have the right to want to create a life. We have that right too. And that we deserve that is not true. We do not deserve this struggle. We do not deserve to have this heart broken so many times. We don't deserve that. And I don't wish that upon anyone else. Neither some problems that are lifetime medical issues. I do not wish any of those struggles on anyone else. For real. Like, why would you want to tell us that we deserve that when it is a medical issue? So anyways, there's another one that I saw online saying that the FundMe pages. Sorry, I'm going on about like pretty much everything that's going on in my head. And the GoFundMe pages are amazing for those people who can't afford, and those who are willing to help. They're a blessing to us, you know. So I know there's a lady who wrote on Google something about her friend asking for help on GoFundMe, and how she didn't believe that it was that the thing to do to ask people for help when it was her problem. Okay, let's get this straight. Here where I live, we have insurance, and insurance covers 80% of diseases, medical stuff and all that. It covers pretty much a lot. And infertility is not covered. Nada. And it is expensive because in a way, there's so many people out there who feel like this is a business. So they triple and like they times the amount of money that they need for the procedures, and they give it a huge amount extra profits because they know that we will do anything to go through the birth of a baby because that's what we want. So we'll be in debt to go there. But then again, it is a medical issue. It is something going wrong in my reproductive system. And it's not because I want to. It's not because I chose to. It's because my body is having a little difficulty. And I need a little help, but it's not covered. So, of course, I get why so many people will go FundMe pages. Because it is expensive and no one considers that a medical issue. They always consider as if, no big deal. I can't wait for the world to be ready to open their eyes to what it is to have infertility issues. There's few movies out there who are actually talking about IVFs and whatnot. There's One More Shot, the movie One More Shot. It's documentary on a couple struggling to have their own baby because they want to create a life, and that's all right. And they're struggling, but you see every emotions, every roller coasters that goes with that, and that's our reality. And I wish that so many people out there, not only us, because I see on my support groups, I see all of us watching that movie, but no one who doesn't go through that will go out and take that movie and rent it and watch it because it's not good enough for them. And I get that. You're allowed to choose whatever movie you want to watch. Right. My little baby's screaming. I don't know why. So anyways, I'm going to stop here because it's a little rant video. I know. I was so hurt to see that people are so mean towards people without even knowing what they're going through, without trying to understand, without reading onto it, without getting a sight of our world, you know? And they're judging, and that's not fair. You wouldn't want me to judge you over something I have no understanding of. I'm sure no one would. But why do you do it then? Anyways, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna take care of my baby girl, and baby does to you best of wishes.